So this flow is talked about a lot. It's quite a buzzword. A lot of people like to speak about being in a flow state. I haven't personally read that book, but I've read about flow and different names. Some people call it in the zone. There's lots of different names people call it, but they're all generally talking about the same experience. Sometimes, as you say in your question, it's kind of seen as this magic concept, this wonderful, amazing feeling that only happens once in a while. I'm skeptical of that, and there's a couple of reasons why I think it's important that I'm skeptical. So, number one, people only ever tend to notice that they are in the flow state after they've already finished. So they will look back on a game where they've played really well and only remember the good things about it. So their memory of the experience is kind of skewed, it's pushed off to one side by the outcome of the match and the way they feel they played. The second reason is that if it's only just going to happen, then there's nothing we can do to make it happen, then it makes my job pointless and it makes trying to be into this state pointless. So there's no real reason to attempt to get into it if it only just happens. So I see it more of kind of a coming together of all the things that in psychology we work on, and that's because most people aren't working on these things in a structured way. So they are not trying to make these mental states more permanent and consistent. So they will only stumble upon them a couple of times in their lives, and they see this one time as a wonderful, amazing experience that is difficult to get back into. So in this way I like to look at it more as a zone rather than one point. So it's on a scale, and somewhere along that scale is the general zone that you want to be in. So the different levels of emotions and arousal. So arousal is kind of your heartbeat, the stress levels, the endorphins running through your body. So you can be really, really aroused if you go sprinting, or if you are doing a long distance run, your arousal levels might be lower. And in this case, everybody will have their own eyes off or individual zone of optimal functioning. So somewhere along these scales is your own zone in which you will perform at your best. And recognizing the levels of these when you are playing at your best and where you want to be in this will get you into that zone more often, and you will be able to start to prepare yourself into this zone. And maybe I'm wrong, and there is this magical, wonderful state of flow, but even if there is, if you prepare this way and get yourself into the nearer zone, then it might be easier to slip into it, and it might happen more often for you.